So for me, lakes and rivers preferences research was really interesting and quite surprising. But at some point we can work on it perhaps as well. Okay, I will leave the space for our participants, so feel free to ask questions to Mateusz in written or in saying. We have still time before the break. Roman, możesz zadać pytanie, napisałeś.
Aha.
Roman asks, wants to ask some question.
Dzień dobry, witam Mateusz serdecznie, Roman Skomski z tej strony.
Hello, I'm Roman. Don't be surprised with the results of your research. They couldn't be any different, especially because you didn't get multiple choices. So that's why all the hobbyists are gone. We're all professionals, so don't be surprised by the survey results. We don't have any politicians or local government representatives. We don't have concrete layers. So these are the results you got. But as a scientist, have you considered whether you should perhaps join forces with scientists from other fields and move into projects designed to improve people's awareness of the river and people's perception of the river? And it's just us here. We all agree, we like your presentations, and everyone's going to applaud that, because you don't need to preach to the converted, but you've spent years on the Biebrza River. So what is the public perception? That should be a utility river. And so the way the national park is perceived, or a river, people are unhappy with that because it's stops them from using more land. And this is especially important when there is, I don't know, aid to be paid. So maybe it's now time to start a concerted effort with psychologists and other scientists to change this, the way people see the rivers.
To prawda.
Yes, thank you, Ramek.
To jest bardziej problem struktury nauki. Bo nas, jakbym zaproponował taki projekt, to podejrzewam, że zostałby oceniony słabo, bo z branży inżynierii środowiska, ochrony środowiska i tak dalej, nie jest on nośny pod względem eksperymentalnym. To jest na pewno projekt wdrożeniowy, a takie projekty wdrożeniowe, na przykład realizowane przez NCBR, czy Narodowy Fundusz Ochrony Środowiska i Gospodarki Wodnej, są często interpretowane bardzo politycznie. I wydaje mi się, że jest to moment, w którym o takim projekcie, czy o takich projektach, zresztą kiedyś o tym też rozmawialiśmy, należy myśleć, ale przy obecnej strukturze nauki i podziale na nasze dyscypliny, wydaje mi się to bardzo trudne, jeżeli nawet nie niemożliwe. Takie projekty byłyby, jakby głównym wynikiem takich projektów musiałyby być zapewne publikacje naukowe, musiałby być zaprzężony potężny aparat statystyczny i wydaje mi się, że hydrolodzy, czyli my jako badacze zjawisk wodnych, nie bylibyśmy głównymi adresatami tego projektu, trzeba by bardziej rozmawiać z naukami społecznymi. Uważam i co podkreślam ponownie że nauka o rzekach to nie jest nauka inżynierii czy nauka hydrologii. Nauka o rzekach w tym momencie to są nauki społeczne. To są nauki, które muszą znaleźć więcej miejsca na polu zajętym przez hydrotechników, ekonomistów i tak dalej. Także zgadzam się z tobą w 100%. Uważam, jak obserwuję, co się dzieje, że takie projekt
this full agreement, I can see this happening. I know it would be very difficult to run a project. While it's easy to develop a project like this, it would be very difficult to get it funded.
I don't know whether it should be Polish or in English. I don't know which is more convenient. I can do both. But I wrote my question that today in the European Parliament voting has begun on the new common agriculture policy. And it's a very important moment. As in Article 28, there is a list of measures which will be allowed to be funded under eco schemes from the first pillar in a common agriculture policy. If the buffer zones are written there, then we as a coalition could have good grounds to fight for funding so that in our national strategic plan, this type of measures funded. And it would be a very important a very important tool for this fight to begin and be effective. So we do hope that we receive support from this coalition and our national experts.
So just a short comment to what Eva has just said. I will talk in English because then it's better not to switch these bloody buttons, then I don't understand what I'm doing. So yes, I hope I will be really happy to be responsible for a part of this program, especially about the meritoric part of this wetland payments. We work upon this and I will be present in the team. So for sure, I will try to check and I will try to do everything I can to include these payments and to make this idea living, because this will also solve many problems tackled by Roman in his question comment, which was just before you. So yes, we will do it. We are doing this. We are working upon this topic and I hope to implement it soon.
Participants we have. So I'm not sure if they are still with us, but we have also, for example, Łukasz Dudzic from self-government, maybe not politicians. Oh no, we have politicians, like kind of they represent like Green Party, yes. So Eva and
Eva is politician, yeah.
Few people more, and also as far as I know, also so participants with which they work as in a hydro. Mateusz, you need to help me. Hydrotechnice.
Hydrotechnics.
Hydrotechnics. Okay, so it's not that bad, but I guess we still need to have a broader audience to make a significant and efficient impact. So that's it from me.